Tamisha Green, process recording, February 16th, 2014. Introduction. Shirley Mosley, 33-year-old African American female, single, never married. Client has no children. She's unemployed, high school graduate. I have seen this client on 1/23/2014 and again on February the 10th, 2014. Client came as a mental health referral. Purpose and goals for this session is to have client prioritize and evaluate her goals, evaluate her mental stability, and assist in areas of concern. Ms. Mosley is a 33-year-old female, born and raised in the city of Detroit. She lives alone with no support system in low-income housing. She receives public assistance. She has no transportation. Client has come as a mental health evaluation. Location for services, counseling office of mental health facility. Date, February the 14th, 2014. Excerpts from entire session. This meeting took place inside of my office. Social worker, SS. Good morning, Miss Mosley. How was your day going today? Shirley Mosley, SM. If anything like my week, terrible, just terrible. Miss Mosley looked very angry and she sounded very upset. SS. Oh no, it's such a beautiful day. What makes you say that? I feel as though she is annoyed by my comment because she rolls her eyes and she smacks her lips. SM. I'm sorry, my week is going bad. It seems like my life is getting off track more and more. SS. I'm sorry to hear that things are not going well for you. Why don't you tell me more about what's going on? I feel as though she is very stressed. SM. So, last week, my mother got hit by a car, and now she is in the hospital in intensive care. I just enrolled in school again after dropping out the first time. I'm so stressed out, I don't know what to do. Client is very distraught by the mentioning of these events. She looks down at the floor for moral support. SM. I don't know what I should do. If I don't help my mother, my two brothers ain't gonna do nothing for her. And my father and her are not married. So it's really just up to me. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I just don't know what to do. Find support resources for client. Find out what her mental stability is to function appropriately in school setting. Also, include client in goal planning. SS. I'm so sorry to hear about your mother. I can certainly understand why you are so upset right now. How is she doing? Client is very emotional. I can see tears in her eyes at the mentioning of her mother. Get client to express more of her feelings to see how she is handling her stress. SM. She is in intensive care. She has a cracked pelvis, many broken bones, and she is unconscious. That's not all. I just enrolled into community college, and I'm afraid I will fail my classes because of this stress. SS. So you feel as though your mother's accident will cause you to fail your classes? Why do you feel that way? Get client to focus on her goals so she can refocus her attention. SM. Because there ain't nobody else that will help me with her. My two brothers don't seem to care, and my dad and her are not married, so it's just me. I can't do this by myself. Help her to identify other resources with help for her mother. SS. What is it that you can't do by yourself? SM. Take care of my mother. SS. I thought you told me that she was in the hospital. SM. She is. Social worker. So, do you understand that it is the doctors that are taking care of her right now? You shouldn't stress over her care. I understand the severity of the accident, but some things you just have no control over. Help her to identify she is not alone. That help for her mother. There is help for her mother. Give her options so she won't feel so helpless. SM. I know you're right, but when she gets out of the hospital, who is going to take care of her? I don't want this. I don't want to do this alone. I just got into school to better myself, and now this. I feel she is worried. Taking care of her mother will be left up to her. SS. I'm sorry you feel overwhelmed by this tragic event, and my prayers goes out to your mother. When did classes start for you? SM. A week ago. SS. So it's still early in the semester. SM. Yes. I just started getting my life on track, and I don't want this to stop me. My mother was never there for me. Why should I stop my life for her? SS. What is it that you mean by your mother was not there for you? Client is exhibiting anxiety about repressed emotions. She begins to fidget with her hands and fidget in her seat. SM. Man, my mother was a crackhead and an alcoholic. She didn't care about me and my brothers. My father took care of me. SS. Wow. You must have had a difficult childhood, huh? SM. Man, yeah, my mother was not there for me, and she didn't do nothing for me. That's why I don't want to mess my future up taking care of her. SS. I feel as though you would not be agreeable with taking care of your mother once she gets out the hospital. SM. No, that's the last thing I want to do. But if I do it, the insurance company will pay me for taking care of her. Client sees financial gain in helping her mother, but seems displeased by the thought of doing so. TSS. So your family is suing for the car accident? SM. Yeah. We called an attorney. I can get paid for taking care of her. I want the money, but I don't feel like taking care of her. I feel as though the client needs the finances, but not the responsibility. Client may not be mentally stable. SS. Okay, Miss Mosley. It sounds like you may need some assistance with things as well as your mother. Are you working right now? Identify if client is able to maintain a job. SM. Yeah, I do need help. No, I'm not working. I ain't got nothing. That's why I'm in school. Now this. I don't know whether to quit school or not. I don't know if I should help my mother or not. I feel as though she has a very bleak outlook on her current situation. SS. Well, why don't we write down your goals and take a look at them objectively? That way, at least we will know which direction you would like to go in to make your decision making a little easier. Help her to establish goals so she won't feel so overwhelmed with this situation. SM. Yeah, we can start there. Then what? SS. Well, Miss Mosley, we will start by establishing your goals. Then we will go from there. SS. So you feel as though you are in a situation where your mother will need your help to recover, and your focus right now is on school. SM. Yes, I can't do it. I can't take care of her and me too. SS. Well, what would make you happy in life right now at this very moment? SM. Being able to go on vacation when I want. End of excerpts. I feel that I addressed the situation at hand. I engaged the client in the goal making process. I feel I was effective at helping my client for this session. A follow-up session need to be conducted to see if the client is following through with the short-term goals we both agreed upon. I would like to improve on my responses to the client. I want to refrain from using words like wow and oh. I would like to have a genuine response available. After reviewing my video, what issues do you feel as though I failed to address and why? What would have concerned you the most about this client? What is your reasoning for this?